Hi, guys. This is Rosemarie Allen back again with Magical Moments with Rosemarie. And today I want to highlight the magic of tears. I have been doing these little segments in a series that I'm doing on magical moments of the things that we take for granted, the things that happen within our bodies and the things that happen outside of our bodies. And I just want to highlight these things so that we can be more aware on the things that our bodies do and be more appreciative and grateful for the things that our body does and realize the magic that is in itself of what our bodies do. So today I want to highlight tears. Yes, tears. Like when you cry and that fluid that falls from your eyes, that tears. Okay. It's amazing. When I was doing it, I was realizing the magnificence and the magic of how our bodies are created. And wait, you're going to be impressed when you hear the things that I found out in this researching this in order to bring it back to you. So yes, tonight is going to be on the magic of tears. So what is tears? Tears are the fluid that flows from our eyes. Tears help to flush our eyes, to clean our eyes, and to protect our eyes. So it also is a release to our emotional responses. Tears are produced by the lacrimal gland in the eye, and it's located in the eye, but above the eye, inside. Tears are not just made of saline. You know, our body's fluid is saline, right? But it has the same structure as our saliva, and it has chemicals, more chemicals in there. So it contains enzymes, lipids, metabolites, and electrolytes. Serve many purposes and can be triggered by a happy ending to a story, a sad breakup, relationship difficulties, or even chopping an onion. When you go to the movies and you cry, those are tears that are it's different because it's not just like when you chop an onion, the tears that your body produce is different. Your body actually produce different hormones when it's an emotional cry, let alone chopping an onion cry. It's amazing. So anyway, tears serve many purposes, like I say, and can be triggered by a happy ending to a story, a sad breakup, relationship difficulties, or even chopping an onion. Tears are an essential part of our physical and emotional life. Tears help us to see more clearly, maintain the health of our eyes, and nourishes our eyes and help us to communicate our emotions. Did you know that the body produces 15 to 30 gallons of tears every year? Can you believe that? 15 to 30 gallons of tears every year is what our body produces. I was shocked when I saw that. But anyways, tears are not stored. It's just produced on demand and as needed. And that in itself is magical. It's magical knowing that we actually, those little stream of water that flows down our face when we get emotional, we have 15 to 30 gallons of that we do every year. Isn't God great in creating our bodies this way? I am so impressed and in awe with the body. Every single day, I'm in awe. So listen up as I go along. So the tears help us to see more clearly and maintain the health of our eyes. And then, okay, there are 3 different types of tears. I never knew this because I know when we cry, you just cry, right? But there are 3 different types of tears. There are basal tears. The basal tears acts like a shield to protect the eyes and act as a barrier from dirt and debris. So if some dust blow in your eyes and your eyes tear up, this is the type of tear that you'll have. It will be basal tears. What that does, it nourishes and lubricates the eye and protect the cornea of the eye. Then we have reflex tears. Reflex tears are formed when the eyes need to flush away harmful irritants such as smoke, foreign bodies, or fumes of an onion. Yes, you know when you chop the onion and that fume that comes out of it, it makes you tear up, right? Sometimes your nose run because there's so much tear coming. That's actually a different type of tear as well, not just from the basal tear, but that comes with different hormone because that helps to protect the eyes. The reflex tears are produced in larger quantities and may contain antibodies to help to fight bacteria. So just in case something gets in and it reflexes, then it's producing the bacteria to help to protect the eyes at the same time. Wow, that is magical. Now, hear this. this is even more, this is going to blow you away more. Emotional tears are tears that are produced in response to a variety of emotional states, such as joy, sadness, fear, etc., right? Emotional tears are influenced by biological factors, such as psychological factors or social factors. Those are all the things that can influence the emotional tears. But get this, all tears contain enzyme, lipids, metabolites, and electrolytes. But emotional tears are special. They are chemically different and contains additional protein and hormones not found in basal and reflex tears. There are higher levels of prolactin. Get this, some big words, so get ready. There are some higher levels of prolactin. Um, where am I? Adrenocorticotropic hormone, leukenkephalin, potassium, and manganese have all been found in emotional tears. Emotional tears are triggered by physical pain, attachment-related pain, empathic, compassionate pain, societal pain, sentimental or moral feelings, as well as relationship difficulties. As we enter adulthood, we have more emotional tears due to having more responsibilities, more stress, more relationship issues, trying to go to college and learn and study. All of these things can create more emotions in us. And so our body actually helps produce more of the emotional tears because those are the ones that we use mostly as we become adults. Now, hear this. Women cry 3 to 4 times more than men and tends to be more intense and more frequent. And I believe that because we are more emotional. And so we like wear our emotions on our sleeves most times and anything happens for the most part. Not every woman is like that, but we tend to feel emotions a little deeper and we're a little bit more sensitive. So we women tend to cry a little bit more. And because we're doing it so intensely, I guess that's why we feel so much better when you get done. The harder the cry is, the more the bawling is. I think you feel even better afterwards. But the emotions behind it that creates the cry may still be present, but you'll feel a little bit better at the end. So studies have shown that people who cry are more likely to feel better after crying if they receive social support. Emotional crying allows for a fresh perspective of what went wrong and helps individuals to feel better as it regulates the stress levels and return the body to a more balanced state. Wow. People who hold back their tears, though, is in a non-supportive social setting, like if they cry, in a non-supportive setting, it doesn't work like that. They don't get as much emotional feelings or relief, actually, I should say, from being in that situation. So say, for example, if you're at work and you're crying at work and you don't have that support with you, yes, you'll cry, you'll have the tears, but it doesn't have the same hormone as how it produced when something truly is happening and you have the support. That to me was magical as well too. When I read that, I was like, oh my God, our bodies is so amazing that it discriminates in regards to when it should create the emotional tears and add more hormones. It knows. And then even though it cannot distinguish, according to the studies, it cannot distinguish when it's an overwhelming, like from fear or sadness, and when you have joy and happiness. All the body knows or the brain knows is that there's a heightened sensation. So with that heightened sensation, there's a need for more production of the hormones that's needed to calm the body, reduce the cortisol, and bring the body back to balance, back to homeostasis. So anyway, the body can't distinguish between overwhelming feelings and fear and sadness or the intense emotions and excitement and pleasure. It just knows that these are heightened feelings requiring a response and a release. So that's what the emotional tears does. It helps with responding and releasing whatever it is that you're feeling. So that's why when you get done with that, then you feel so much better. Now, there's some magical benefits to tears as well in crying. So not only is it a signal to help a signal for help during physical and emotional distress, but crying also can help with relieving stress. It decreases the level of cortisol in the body, and it regulates the mood to bring the body back to balance. Crying can promote emotional bonding, attachment, and sincere authenticity. Tears can also signal vulnerability and may even lessen instances of aggression while increasing unity and sympathy from others. Tears can increase trust and empathy between individuals. And crying itself is a self-soothing behavior. So sometimes if, something happens and you cry, you always feel better. Not every single time, but for the majority of the time, people do feel better. So whenever you feel that intense emotion and feel like crying, I say just let it all out. Just cry. If you feel like crying, just cry. Because when you cry, your body's getting a release. You're not holding that thing in, and you're letting it go. And after the cry, you actually get to feel better, and you can sometimes see a new perspective, a fresh window as to what the situation was, and take a deeper look or a newer look at it through different eyes. Okay? So crying is amazing, and I'm so glad that our body does that. I'm so glad that my body does that. And crying, like I say, is it's a good thing. So if you feel like you want to cry anytime, just do it. And it doesn't have to be tears of sadness. It can also be tears of joy. And I think those are much, much better than if it's tears for sadness, because I believe the hormone difference is different depending on what the emotions are behind the tears. All right, so until next time, stay tuned. And this is Rosemarie signing off from Magical Moments with Rosemarie, and I will see you next time. So continue to stay blessed and continue to see the world and life through the eyes of magic. Namaste, my loves. Good night.